This training is for beneficiaries of long-term services and supports who will be using the Relay Health Personal Health Record, or PHR, provided through the Minnesota Department of Human Services. First of all, thank you. Thank you very much for participating in the initial demonstration rollout of the Relay Health Personal Health Record, or PHR. We very much appreciate your willingness to help us apply technology for the benefit of recipients of long-term services and support services from the Minnesota Department of Human Services. Our training today describes the process that beneficiaries will use for getting started and for using the Relay Health Personal Health Record. The process for legal representatives of beneficiaries using the PHR on behalf of beneficiaries is covered in a separate document. So with that in mind, we will have two sections of training. First, the beneficiary onboarding and registration, which is a one-time process to get started. And second, ongoing usage of the personal health record for beneficiaries. The same functionality applies both for beneficiaries as well as for legal representatives using the personal health record on behalf of beneficiaries, with differences noted along the way. As a beneficiary, you will receive an email message that contains a hyperlink to begin the registration process. This is an example of how the message appears in the Gmail system. It may appear slightly different in other email systems, such as Yahoo or Hotmail or Comcast and so on. The beneficiary clicks on the register link to begin registration. Then clicks, "This is for me." The beneficiary clicks Register Me. In this example, beneficiary is actually the beneficiary's first name in this illustration. The beneficiary enters his or her birth date to verify identity. Contact your Otter Tail County case manager if an error message is displayed at this point. This means that the birth date that you entered does not match with Department of Human Services records. Cannot change the information on this next screen. If it is not correct, contact your Otter Tail County case manager, and if necessary, the case manager will make the changes at the Department of Human Services. The beneficiary clicks Confirmation of Terms of Use and Privacy Policy, then clicks Next. The beneficiary clicks Next to continue with registration, and confirms username and creates a password. The username defaults automatically to the email address. And although it can be changed as desired by the beneficiary, we recommend using the email address to minimize possible confusion. The beneficiary selects security questions and enters answers to be used to validate identity if the beneficiary forgets the username and/or password. The beneficiary clicks Login to complete the registration process. And that results in display of the beneficiary's home page in the personal health record. The beneficiary clicks on the Providers tab to see that the Minnesota DHS Personal Health Record Repository is automatically filled in and the status is approved. This is an example of the beneficiary's automatic Getting Started message within the personal health record. The beneficiary's ongoing use of the PHR is explained in the next section of this document now that the onboarding and registration process is complete. Now we will explain how the beneficiary or legal representative can use the Relay Health Personal Health Record in your day-to-day operation and interaction with your case manager or other providers of services. The functions below can be used either by a beneficiary or by a legal or other designated representative on behalf of a beneficiary. A beneficiary will have his or her own account with no other family members. A legal or designated representative working on behalf of a beneficiary will have a representative account along with the beneficiary showing as a dependent. The beneficiary logs in with the username and password that he or she set up in the registration process and clicks Sign In. This is the main screen for the Relay Health Personal Health Record. As we just mentioned, a beneficiary will have his or her own account with no other family members, while a legal or designated representative will have a representative account along with a beneficiary account. To illustrate this, click on Health Records, then Manage Family Members to get to the next screen. This shows a beneficiary as a dependent. However, please note that dependent is the term used in the Relay Health Personal Health Record, and it does not automatically mean that the beneficiary is a dependent in the legal or financial sense of the term, even though, of course, they may well be. A beneficiary acting on his own or her own behalf will not see additional family members. Click on Messages. These are similar in concept to email. However, they exist completely within the personal health record. Click on a message to display it in the viewing pane as shown below. Which brings up a question. How do you know if there is a message from the case manager or from anyone else if you're not logged into the personal health record, since these messages are totally within the personal health record? The answer is that the message from the case manager or the other sender within the personal health record also triggered the message below to the beneficiary's regular email address. This sample shows the message in Gmail, although once again it may appear slightly different in other email systems. Note that there is no individual protected health information or personal identifying information in this message, so that your confidentiality or privacy as a beneficiary is protected. Click on Reply icon to reply to a message. Enter the reply message text, then click Send. You will get a confirmation that the message was sent. Click Close to return to Messages. On the left side of the screen, you can click on the Sent folder to show the message in Sent Items. Click Compose in the red box to create a new message. Note the patient automatically shows the beneficiary. If a legal or designated representative is logged in on behalf of the beneficiary, both names will appear in the patient drop-down list. Select Provider from the drop-down list. This screen displays when the provider is selected. Click Yes, I understand to indicate your agreement that you understand that this message is not to be used for emergency purposes or where immediate response is needed. Select Subject from the drop-down list. Enter the subject text and the message text and click Send. Once again, you will get a confirmation that the message was sent. And if you go to Sent Items, you will see the message in that folder. You can click, if desired, to change how messages are sorted from the standard date sequence. Click on the drop-down and select the desired method of sorting. Click on Archive the message to remove it from this view if desired. Note that messages are never deleted from the Relay Health PHR, however. They go to the archive folder that shows on the left. Providers. Click on Providers to see this screen, which lists all provider organizations contributing to the beneficiary's personal health record. Click on Privacy Preferences to get to the next screen. The first setting identifies whether or not other providers can see that there is a relationship with this provider. The second setting identifies whether other providers can view medical history and health information from this provider. The default settings are public and public, which provides full access to the personal health record, including documents, for all provider organizations contributing to the beneficiary's personal health record. Click to change the privacy preference if desired. To add a relationship with another provider organization, click on Add Provider to get to the next screen. Enter the provider organization name or part of the name and zip code, then click Search. Click Select when the desired provider organization is displayed. The added provider now shows in the list. Note, however, that the status is pending confirmation by the provider organization. Health records. Click Health Records, then click on the desired section of Health Records. For example, click on Medication and Allergies to get to the next screen. This screen shows how medications and allergies appear. Click Add to enter new entries. All functionality in health records is available to beneficiaries and their representatives if desired. Click on other sections of health records to get similar views. Click Documents to get to the next screen. This is a list of sample documents. The first document shown, the DHS profile page, will be automatically loaded by the Department of Human Services. The other documents are samples of documents that can be added or uploaded by beneficiaries or their designated representatives. Click on View within the drop-down box to view the document. Once again, as noted previously, a beneficiary will have his or her own account. A legal representative or other designated representative for a beneficiary will have an account with the beneficiary as a dependent on the representative's account. Click on the drop-down below to switch between documents for the representative, if there is one, and the beneficiary. In this example, the documents shown are all for the beneficiary. This is the sample of the new DHS profile page, which is a one-page summary of key information that is otherwise located in separate documents. This will be a convenience both for you as a beneficiary and for your case manager as you work together. Click on the drop-down box to see the functions available for the document. For example, click Download to save a copy of the document to your computer. Documents can be sorted in ascending or descending order in different ways by clicking on the desired column header in the list. In this example, all documents were added or uploaded by the beneficiary as shown in Source. Documents added by DHS and other provider organizations will be identified accordingly. To add or upload a document, click Add to get to the next screen. Then go through the steps as shown. Browse to identify the document on your local computer. Enter a date of service optionally if you desire. Select document type from the drop-down list. If desired, enter comments, then click Save. At any time, you can view your entire health record by selecting Print Health Records. This shows page 1 of 4 pages of the complete record. Click Print if desired for a printed copy. Note health considerations in this example. Living will and advance directive are both yes. In this scenario, it would be helpful if the beneficiary or legal representative also adds or uploads these documents which explain the details of the living will and advance directive. To update personal information, including living will and advance directive, click on Health Records, then click Update Personal Information. Click on the desired section to add or edit information. Continuing our example, click on Health considerations to update living will and or advance directive. However, do not update name, address, zip code, date of birth, or gender, which is called administrative sex in the Relay Health Personal Health Record. If these items need to be changed, please contact your Otter Tail County case manager. Update health considerations below by clicking the appropriate buttons. And finally, click Account to get to the next screen. This screen provides the ability to update basic account information, including password and security questions, as well as language preference. Click Edit and Update as needed. Do not update address or date of birth. As we just discussed, contact the Otter Tail County case manager if those items need to be changed. That concludes this training session.